Can you talk a little bit about some of the symptoms that you had, like the specific symptoms that you had that maybe someone else is out there is having and doesn't know that they're having anxiety attacks? They may think it's something else.
Yeah, that's a good question because I don't think everyone knows what anticipatory anxiety is.
Right.
Yeah, and for me, it's mainly just heavy breathing and just a panic attack, right? So it's sort of just kind of comes on, even in moments like this. I have to, sometimes try my best to, when I feel, heavy-headed or like there's a weight on me, or even if I feel moments of being overwhelmed, it can sort of, kind of strike up a panic attack, which is anxiety.
Right.
And just my breathing changes. It becomes a bit more intense, a bit more rapid. Sometimes it feels like I can't breathe. And at those moments, I have to, slow it down because
Right.
you do become afraid, or at least when I first started to experience it, I became afraid. And just a quick story of, I was on a plane ride. It was May of 2017. I remember like it was yesterday. And I was just sitting there and I started having difficulties in breathing. And I stood up, walked to the bathroom, like, what's going on? And then my mind kind of shifted towards, well, maybe something's going to happen on this plane. I'm trapped. I don't, how am I going to get to the hospital? And I started hearing my heart seemed like it was beating out of my chest. And, I was really in a state of panic. And then when we landed, I was better. Then a few days later, it happened. And then I ended up going over to my doctor. He diagnosed me with anticipatory anxiety. He was like, you're thinking, like you're overthinking. And that's also part of it. You can think these things and create these thoughts. That's why you have to try to figure out these different strategies and techniques to use to get out of your head. Because as long as you sit there, it's going to exacerbate, the anxiety or that feeling. So again, it starts with my breathing. I can kind of, feel my breath sort of kind of change, and it gets heavier, and my chest get a little tighter, and it can be scary, because you don't know. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? And it shifts back to my head. So yeah, but again, those different methods, the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just deep breathing. Again, having those pieces of the sour head candy.
I made it through the rough time. I made it through the tough time.